In East Africa lies a country of stunning landscapes, rich culture, and untapped potential. From the Serengeti plains to the bustling streets of Dar es Salaam, Tanzania is not only a land of natural wonders, it is one of Africa's fastest-growing economies. Over the past 2 decades, Tanzania's economy has expanded almost fivefold. In 2000, its GDP was just under $13 billion. By 2025, it stands above $80 billion. That's a transformation few African nations can match. But how did it get here? What fuels its growth? And most importantly, can this growth be sustained into the future? To understand Tanzania's present, we must revisit its past. After independence in 1961, President Julius Nyerere introduced ujamaa, a socialist model built on collective farming, state ownership, and self-reliance. While it created strong national unity, the economy stagnated. By the 1980s, Tanzania faced shortages, mounting debt and reliance on donor aid. Then came change. In the 1990s, Tanzania adopted market reforms. Privatization, foreign aid, and liberalization opened doors for investors. GDP growth, which once hovered below 3%, started climbing. By the 2000s, inflation was tamed. Debt relief under the HIPC initiative gave fiscal breathing space, and Tanzania became one of sub-Saharan Africa's most consistent performers. Today, Tanzania's economy is valued at more than $80 billion, making it the 7th largest in Africa. Its GDP per capita may still be modest, around $1,500, but its growth trajectory has caught global attention. Between 2010 and 2020, Tanzania averaged 6 to 7% GDP growth, among the highest in the world. Even through the COVID-19 pandemic, Tanzania managed positive growth, unlike many economies that fell into recession. The engines of this growth are fourfold: agriculture, mining, services such as tourism, and ambitious infrastructure projects. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania's commercial hub, now ranks among Africa's busiest ports, serving not just Tanzania, but also Zambia, Malawi, Rwanda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. With new roads and the standard gauge railway, Dar could become the beating heart of East African trade. Agriculture is Tanzania's backbone. It employs around 65% of the population and contributes nearly 30% of GDP. Coffee, cashew nuts, cotton, maize and tea fill Tanzanian farmlands and power exports. But the sector faces challenges. Only 2% of farmland is irrigated, and climate change has brought unpredictable rains and droughts. Productivity remains low compared to global standards. Yet opportunity is massive. With better irrigation, improved seeds and mechanization, Tanzania could feed not just itself, but the entire East African region. The Southern Agricultural Growth Corridor, known as SAGCOT, is one such initiative aiming to transform farming into agribusiness. Industry and infrastructure are Tanzania's new frontiers. Manufacturing now contributes nearly 8% of GDP, still small but rising. The standard gauge railway, a multi-billion-dollar project, is designed to connect Dar es Salaam to Kigali in Rwanda, Bujumbura in Burundi, and even eastern DRC. This will cut transport costs by up to 40% for landlocked neighbours. Meanwhile, the Julius Nyerere hydropower project on the Rufiji River, expected to generate over 2,100 megawatts, will more than double the nation's electricity capacity. Once completed, it could make Tanzania a net exporter of energy to its neighbours. These projects are bold, but they also carry risks, huge costs, debt financing and execution delays. Tanzania's natural resources are another growth driver. It is Africa's fourth largest gold producer, with mining contributing around 10% of GDP. Gold accounts for almost half of all export earnings. But the bigger story lies offshore and in the south. Tanzania's natural gas reserves, estimated at 57 trillion cubic feet, are among the largest in Africa. Plans for a $30 billion liquefied natural gas project in Lindi could make Tanzania a global energy player. However, these resources are a double-edged sword. Commodity price volatility and governance challenges can turn wealth into a curse. The key will be channeling revenues into schools, healthcare and jobs. Tanzania is blessed with world-class tourism assets. The Serengeti, Ngorongoro Crater, Mount Kilimanjaro and Zanzibar's pristine beaches. Tourism contributes 17% of GDP and employs over 4 million people. In 2019, before the pandemic, Tanzania welcomed more than 1.5 million international tourists, generating nearly $2.6 billion. The sector is rebounding strongly, driven by safari-goers, climbers and holidaymakers. Beyond tourism, services such as banking, fintech and telecoms are growing. Mobile money platforms like M-Pesa and Tigo Pesa have given millions of Tanzanians access to financial services for the first time, transforming how people save, pay and invest. But growth has its limits. Poverty remains high, with over a quarter of Tanzanians living below the poverty line. Rapid population growth, over 63 million people today, projected to hit 80 million by 2035, creates pressure on jobs, schools and infrastructure. Youth unemployment is a ticking time bomb. Every year, nearly 1 million young Tanzanians enter the labour market, but only a fraction secure formal jobs. Debt has also risen sharply, driven by infrastructure borrowing. Public debt is now above 40% of GDP. While manageable, it raises concerns about fiscal sustainability. Add to this the threats of climate change, droughts, floods, and shifting rainfall patterns, and the risks become clear. Governance reforms, investor confidence, and political stability will be essential to keep Tanzania's growth on track. The future is filled with promise. The IMF projects Tanzania will sustain growth of 5 to 6% through 2030. If this trajectory holds, Tanzania could achieve middle-income status within a decade. Regional integration also offers a huge opportunity. As a member of the East African Community and the African Continental Free Trade Area, Tanzania has access to a market of more than 1.3 billion people with a combined GDP of $3.4 trillion. If it can diversify its economy, modernize agriculture, complete infrastructure projects, and invest in education and healthcare, Tanzania could emerge as not just East Africa's gateway, but one of Africa's true economic giants. From farms to factories, mines to mega projects, Tanzania's story is one of resilience and ambition. Its challenges are real, but so is its potential. Will Tanzania rise to become East Africa's economic engine, or will it stumble under the weight of its own ambitions? Only time will tell. This is Afro Monita. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into Africa's economy and politics.